The purpose of this video is to show you the Airfit 3 application of how you can achieve total fitness. For instance, we got body weight training. We use the Airfit as a cable attachment, and we also use it as a sled attachment. Okay? In this section, we're going to cover body weight training, and the setup is simple, but need to make sure that, or for illustration purposes, notice that we have the adjustable strap, we have the spring to give on your shoulder when you do a pushing and pulling movement. We have this commercial grade aluminum pulley, climbing grade rope, and this high grade commercial slings, and they are padded. Okay, so the most important thing here is handprint, footprint, body control, regardless what kind of movement you do. I'm going to show some basic pushing movement that we do. The setup is fairly simple. We grab the slings by creating tension. Okay, make sure that you bring the slings out and down until you touch your tricep. This is the right setup. Okay, your footprint for beginners, we recommend the split stance, keeping your back foot, keeping an ankle, knee, and hip side flexion. Front foot, I like to keep it kind of flat. Okay, and then from here, you're ready to perform basic elbow flexion, extension, and you can transition from a bilateral push-up to a unilateral push-up, and more advanced, change your setup a little bit to a rotational push-up. But notice that there's no transition. You can go from one to the next without any further setup. Okay. Another thing that is very important to know is to perform the movement correctly or biomechanic friendly, the sling needs to be always touching your tricep or rubbing your tricep. That's why we have a padded sling. If you keep the sling or any other body weight training device away from your arms when you do a pushing movement, you are creating or you are inflicting pain to yourself. What do I mean? The line of resistance right now is going diagonal. So if I do a push-up this way, what I'm doing is creating unnecessary joint stress on my shoulder and my elbow. If I let the line of resistance dominate my joint, see, I'm putting myself into an armbar. This is the same principle that is taught in martial arts, either jiu-jitsu or judo. Okay? It's not desirable, and it should not be taught in the fitness environment. That's why we always keep it this way. This is the right line of resistance, okay, for any kind of pushing variation. Now, if there's a better way, we're always going to share that with you. The beauty about the Airfit trainer is that it's an open system. What that means is that the trainer or the fitness professional can use it in multiple ways, or can use multiple attachments. With the pushing variation, not only you can do it with the slings, but you can also insert a gymnastic ring, and that will give you a better angle at your wrist, keeping it more upright. Let me show you. You see how my forearm is touching the ring? That will keep my wrist slightly upright. Okay, I like to keep always a loose grip here. I can hold it where I can keep it, kind of loose. And again, I get my beginner setup. I can perform my bilateral push-up, unilateral push-up. I change my footprint to more athletic. Again, keeping that nimble ankle, knees, and hip joints. And again, bilateral, unilateral, and the more advanced rotational push-up. Okay, I personally like it this way, and this is an option, when you decide to acquire or purchase the Airfit.